Good evening everyone, welcome to the stream. So today I'm doing a bit more Prodeus mapping, good old stuff. Just gonna carry on exactly where we left off. I actually haven't had a chance since the last stream to do any mapping and I feel bad about that, so hopefully today we can actually finish the map instead of twatting about with the shake cam feature and doing a lot of other silly things. Yeah, just wanted to say to those of you who are now VIPs, welcome to the club. I've decided to actually make use of Twitch's features. You know, the ones where you can be a VIP. I'm granted 30 VIP people and I've allocated, I think it was 28. So those of you who have been frequent viewers of my stream over the years, you now have VIP. I don't think I necessarily gave it to everyone who's a subscriber or not. Yay, 40 bits, thank you Arlene. Hey, Y-E-E-T. Yeet, motherfucker. So, yeah, to those of you who saw this stream last time, you'll recognise this map, but to those of you who don't, I think what I'm going to do to start the stream off is just play through it as is. I've still got my notes from the last stream to, you know, touch up some things, and I'll take any more additional notes that I need along the way, and we'll get fixing them or updating as we go, sort of thing. So, without further ado, let's just play some Prodeus. Just gonna check. Yeah, there's good sound. I've got a new headset, it's a bit, I'm not used to it. It's more sound cancelling than my last one, so I now feel like I have to have a bit of it off of my ear to talk, because otherwise I feel like I'll either be shouting or talking really quietly, or mumbling, or something along those lines. I don't know what it is, but seeing things just explode from the pistol is hilarious to me. Helps if I, you know, my own imp is making me jump. Please, Mark, thank you. I might have gone a bit overboard with pistol-based gameplay here, so I might skim that down. I'll consider it. What do you guys think? Boing. Just gonna get some armor. That dude up. Nice aim. This is a good place to be. Nearly did it without taking damage. Nearly. Hi there, how you doing? Oh, that's Ravitex. Sorry, I couldn't read your name because I've got the dark theme on Twitch and your name's very dark blue. Yeah, so regarding the frame rate and my streaming quality in general, so I've contacted my ISP and they've acknowledged that there seems to be something up in my area at the moment. So they were quite surprised I could stream at all. Yeah, so there is quite a high probability at the moment that my stream will drop, or some other nonsensical things like it'll lag heavily or anything else. So I have kindly asked my housemates if they could possibly avoid streaming things in 1080p while I do this. They kindly obliged, much to my surprise. So where the heck go? There's a fucking arsehole. So yeah, there's a few issues right now going on with my internet as a whole. So I apologise for any dips in quality. I think we're going to go to yellow key first. In fact, I'm going to make this a secret this playthrough. Because last time I did it on stream, I did all the secrets, and to be honest with you, I haven't properly tested the ammo balance. Making sure there's enough ammo to kill everything without secrets, which is something you really should do as a mapper. My cam feed seems smooth in the game, that's strange. So I'm looking at the preview that I've got here. I'm going to wave my hand. You're not wrong. Actually, you're not wrong. It's buttery smooth on my screen though. But blame Streamlabs. I might make the switch to like actual OBS soon because Streamlabs is getting luckier and worse. And more people are singing praise about the main Streamlabs thought. So, oh god, I've tabbed out. Why did I do that? So there's this weird bug you can get in Unity when if you tab out and then tab back into the game, it doesn't properly capture your mouse. And I've had it in other games, and this game is no exception to the rule. And I believe they're looking to fix it. Oh, for God's sake, that bloody clip. Yeah, so it turns out they weren't streaming porn in 4K. It was only 1080p. I'll have that. Thank you very much. Ooh, fancy. Okay, so one thing me and Jason have discussed about this room, and I'm going to make a note of it now really quickly, is move the imps here. So move yellow key, imp dude things to better location. So we've discussed that it's a bit janky to have them completely to your sides because it's quite easy to miss that they even spawn in. So we're going to put them up here and here respectively. Nice. Just got killed by your own kind. And it'll also promote them pathfinding their way to this location as well, which would be nice. I'm starting to wish I went a different direction first. Because a minigun would be bloody nice about that. Yay, we're dead. Video games, the only place where you truly cheer if someone dies. Ow. I don't know why you didn't attack me. I'm quite happy with that though. Please. Please. Yay. You're huge, that means you have huge guts. Rip and tear. Bigger, smoother and more uniform segments? Well. Don't worry, I've already requested such textures. Oh god, I'm in the acid. Trying to read the chat while shooting things isn't a smart move. Yeah, so at the moment there are very few textures overall at the moment, and that's something that's going to multiply probably exponentially over the development time of this game. I've been playing around with my mouse sensitivity, and I'm not sure I like where I've put it. Yeah, I think I need to change it back. It feels just a bit off now. Let's go down here. I'm going to reload the shotgun first, I think. Fuck you, dude. The guy up on the bridge. Nice. But yeah, okay, they're not bad. That's not bad feedback at all. So I will pass it on to the big boys in charge. This map's so much easier once you know where everything is. I'm gonna get a minigun at last. Yeah. I'm gonna finish reloading this though. Oh no, I have. Okay, cool. Don't need the ammo. I'll take a bit of health. I'm gonna make a note of that. So in the red key area, minigun room. God, I can't write like this. Minigun room. Stagger the spawns. So at the moment they all swarm in at the same time, and it just feels stupid. No, I got them all. Look at that drippage. Delicious. Delish. Those guys don't stand a chance against the minigun. It's hilarious. I know he's there. Did I get him? I think I did. Quite surprised at that. Oh, is all the lighting done real time, or is it an object brightness setting to for areas? No, it's all real time. So you place dynamic lights much like you would in, say, GZD. And all the shadows and everything else are dynamically generated. And I've got a good way of like explaining that to you later on, breaking tactics. But yeah, it's also based on textures as well, so the textures cast shadows. So you'll see we've got a red light behind a grate up here, and then you'll notice here we've got like grate-shaped lighting coming out from it. Now if that grate texture moved in real time, so would the shadows. So there's a lot of things you can do with the lighting in this. Don't mind if I do. Those guys dead. I think I'll save that. So that's another one I want to change, so I'm going to make a little note of that. Red key void Reaver change, because he's just way too big for that room. Yeah, you can do quite a lot of things here. I haven't stress tested like just how wild you can go. I'm trying to keep my ideas quite toned, fair, reasonable. But yeah, like I've not thought, oh, I'd love to do that, and then gone, oh wait, I can't at any point. Screw you. Please burn out. Thank you. So this is another room I want to change, but I'll remember that with the other note. there's just too much stuff I've put in there and it doesn't really work because they just bog the door. So we'll do something about that. Ooh, it's all gone down. I'm gonna go get that health pack. There you go. Cool. Please. It's just rude. Oh god. Sweet. You promised me the first thing you'll do whenever you get the editor is stress test the hell out of every area. Nice. That'd be good. I do intend to do some kind of stress testing, but I know at the moment they're in the process of like doing optimizations for the game. Oh, forgot my own enemy placement. Yeah, I am in the middle of so I'm not. They, Mike mostly, are in the process of doing a lot of stress testing at the moment, and optimizations and such like that. So, oh, thank you very much for the follow, Mysterious. I almost said Mauritius. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. So yeah, I'm going to wait till they've done more of the optimizing for the game before I go ahead and try and break everything as hard as I can. Oh god, what am I doing? God damn it. I'm going to go back up. You're asking a strange question, Agenox. What are you doing after telling us what we're both doing? Also, what's new? My haircut. What else? This t-shirt. This t-shirt, isn't it? Who is ye? Chat or Dragon? He's probably talking to me, I think. Yeah, we're looking to tweak the damage values. I think the minigun might... Well, I'm going to suggest it should probably be nerfed a little bit, because it is just ridiculous, as you can see. Although, on the flip side, I'm going to suggest that the rocket launcher gets buffed, because that damn thing is incredibly weak compared to what I want it to be. Let me out. Let me out. Yeah. 6 damage. I'll take that. The alt fire for the minigun lets you wind it up. You can. So the minigun. So like on the shotgun, you can see I have like a aim down sight as an alternate fire, which happens to fire incendiary rounds, which is great fun. It's so fun. With the minigun, the alternate fire is a pre-wind up. I don't know. I feel like we were looking to change what this does to make it a bit more interesting, possibly. But yeah. I can't make all the decisions. I'm just the level designer. Oh, you got crushed up on the door. Delicious. Get out of my face. Dick. The shotty guy look beefier than it is. I think we're going to go the other way around. Rather than make him look beefier, we're actually going to make him a little bit softer on the health count. What do you guys think? Should I remove these two? They seem totally arbitrary and don't really do anything to this gameplay. No, this area's not new. I haven't done anything new to the map. As I said at the start of the stream, H-Nox, although I think you weren't here, I haven't actually had a chance since the last stream to map, so yeah. So braking tactics. This is the example I wanted to give you about the whole like dynamic lighting. So you really do have the ability to do anything with the lights. Trace stump. I actually am not a programmer, so I couldn't tell you. I know. Ow, son of a bitch. I know it was built in Unity, so it probably uses whatever languages are normally used in Unity. I think it's C#. I'm not sure, but like I said, I'm not a programmer, so I'm not qualified to talk about it. Give me that health. And that ammo. Thank you. Medkit for 1 point of health? I think so. He's dead. I'll take that bit of ammo. And now we're going to get on the buckets. Whee! I don't need the map. Actually, I'm going to get the map because it's cool. I haven't actually used the map this playthrough. Kind of, it's funny how pointless an auto map is when you're the person who made the level. I love this auto map so much, though. Do you guys know if this used any of the Quake engines or any open source engine? It's completely built from scratch. And then there's the auto map pickup. I'll let the bucket pass by me so you get a better view of the effect that happens when you pick it up. Snazzy. And now you'll be able to see areas that I haven't been, or how few of them there are, like this building off on the side. And, you know, secret areas like here and underneath the lift. Cool, let's go back and finish this level. Yeah, I'll take the armor. So this is the last thing I built at the end of the previous stream. Coming back and looking at it another day later. Well, you know, a week later. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I like it. So this fight here, I'm going to make a note of it. So, green key fight sucks. Plain and simple, be honest with myself, it sucks. So spawn all these dudes in, and this bit opens up, and these guys are just totally and utterly pointless. Standing in fire isn't so smart, and being hit by fireballs. But I feel like whatever's behind here should be much more threatening. Maybe a couple of those big red dudes just come charging down at you to, you know, rush you out this way towards the rest of the enemies and towards the green key. But yeah, now the green key is available. Go collect that. That will trigger one last series of enemies. In fact, I'm going to bait you this way if you don't die to fire. Yes! Yes! It's everything I want in the game. Shit exploding everywhere. Cool. Well, I've intentionally missed all the secrets, so I'm just going to go finish the map. Juicy. Let's go. At the moment, H0 there isn't always clearing up the auto map, but we have internally been discussing methods that it will be done. So that there will be a way, hopefully. Yeah, you're not wrong there, breaking tactics, and don't worry about the typos. I knew what you meant. It's fine. Play again because it was so fun. Okay, so I wanted to tweak a few things. No big deal. I'm going to see if I can beat this pacifist. The answer is probably. so there's a few areas that leave me nervous about that. Actually, you can't beat it pacifist. There's 2 enemies that require you to kill them. Missed the switch. Or do you need to kill them? Could I get the monsters to do that for me? This is going to be hard to guess, but sure. Shoot the big dude, not me. Run. You can do it. That's it. Keep shooting him. Well, I'm already contradicting. Oh, okay. He attacked the barrel next to me. Cool. Well, I'm going to stop contradicting what I said at the start of the stream and actually finish this map. Let's go. Right, so... just looking at my notes from the previous stream and the ones I've taken this stream, so I don't need to do that. That's done. I've done that. Okay, the rest need to be done. Right. So, I'm going to start with randomising the dudes down here. So, to randomise these is a little bit of a tedious process, but let's go. So, forget out the property inspector. I'm going to move it over to this side so it doesn't block my vision too much. You can specify how long it takes for the monster to spawn in. With a delay, and it can be randomised. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, WC Kawasumi. I think I pronounced that right. Maybe, maybe not. Forgive me if it's wrong. So I'm going to have these guys spawn in over time instead of instantly. There's 9 enemies each side. So what I think I'll do is I'll randomise all 9 differently. I'll delete one half and then duplicate this randomised half over that side. So we're going to go 0.25 to 0.5 seconds, 0.25 to 0.75, just a bit of variety. Nothing's going to be constant. A couple of them I'll leave on 0 so they actually spawn in straight away. This guy's going to take seconds, 0.75 to 1.5. That's maybe too wide of a window. Basically, I want them to be relatively consistent in the way they spawn. So that, like, speedrunners and stuff have a relatively consistent thing to approach it with. Another 0.25. No, 0.33. In fact, yeah, talking to the speedrunners has made me think actually they should just have consistent values. They always spawn in on the same delay. 0.66. None. 1. 0.75. 0.33, 0.16, did I have 0.5? I don't think I did. No. 0.5, and then the next guy is going to be another one that spawns in very quick, so 0.1. Just 0.1. So it's a very slight delay from the guy who's on 1.6. The property windows, real windows, you can move to another monitor, or they're just part of the game's UI. They are part of the game's UI as far as I'm aware at the moment. But that's an interesting concept, so I will make a note of that and see if there's anything we can do. Because I do have multiple monitors, so it could be something that would be quite useful for me. Obviously when I'm streaming I'd keep it all on one screen, but let's see, so make UI real windows. That's a good enough prompt for me to pitch the idea towards the devs. No promises, no promises. I don't know how intense it'd be to rewrite the UI system. So I'm not going to assure anything will happen there, but it is definitely an interesting idea. Okay, so these 9 guys I'm going to delete, and hi Fade, how you doing? It's definitely not a slaughter map, I can tell you that much. Just because there's 18 zombies doesn't mean anything. You get the minigun and there's a ton of barrels for you to destroy them with, so it's really easy. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't actually work. I just tested it now for you. I hadn't thought to try it, honestly. Okay, so I'm going to bring these dudes over here. I'm also going to space them a bit differently. I don't want them to be in this tight grid. Let's randomize them a little bit. And rotate them to face where the player is a bit better as well. Or where the player's likely to be, anyway. Also today I think I might, maybe, possibly, maybe, reveal, what did I just do? Reveal the other map that I've been working on. There's not much to show, so don't get your hopes up too much. But I do like the aesthetic I've got going in there. So by doing this, this should also make it less possible to just blow them all up in one instant explosion, which should make for a better challenge with them, I guess. I'm going to just check the trigger. So this trigger here is triggering these bits, and that relay there is triggering all those, but not all these, so I need to set that up now. So, trigger these zombies here. Oh, misclicking. I'm good at this, I swear. I'm going to delete that big red, because I said I would in one of these comments here. Yeah. And this Void Reaver as well. I'm not too keen on that one, so I think instead of that we should have a couple of shotgun dudes. Oh, Breaking Tactics. This is my second job, as it happens. I do have a day job, which consumes 40 hours a week, plus about 10 hours a week on travel as well. So, it's all fun. No rest for the wicked, as they say. We're going to have, instead of that Void Reaver, we're going to have 3 imps. I think that's fair. So we've got this one here, and I believe that's triggered by the... I want to say it's this. Yes, it is. In fact, I'm going to change that and that to shotgun guys, because then you get a few more shells to deal with the ensuing combat. Boop, boop. Exactly. You're not wrong there, Breaking Tactics. And why Dragonfly? Well, there's actually quite a bit of story to that. Let me start by saying that when I was a child, one of the video games I loved the most was Spyro the Dragon, and I was especially fond of the Dragonfly that followed him, Sparks. So when I was a young child, I used to draw them quite often. Don't ask me why I really liked them, I just did. And my grandfather used to draw them with me, and I have very, very fond memories of doing so when I was a child. I used to be with my granddad probably, God, almost as much as with my own parents. So yeah, that was a big thing. I associate dragonflies with him quite a lot. And when he passed away, I found it very difficult to deal with it. This is going back many, many years now. He's long gone. Oh well. But yeah, so when he passed away, I actually changed my online nickname to Dragonfly in memory of him. And later, when I was old enough to, I got a Dragonfly tattoo as well. So I'll show you that now. There you go. Little Dragonfly tattoo. Not the manliest of tattoos, but I don't care. So yeah, that's where that comes from. And yeah, I've worn the name proudly ever since. Maybe I haven't done things he'd be proud of as much, but yeah, that's where the name comes from. So there is a story, and the OS comes from my last name, which is O'Sullivan. Unfortunately, some other son of a bitch already has the name Dragonfly on Switch, so had to put something there, right? So I shoved in the first 2 letters of my last name. Okay, I'm going to test this bit here now, see if this plays a bit nicer. Let's pause the music for this, and you're more than welcome. And what do I do in my other job? That's rude. Oh, you idiot. Sorry, I'm going to fix this first, then I'll answer your question. So these guys, I completely and utterly forgot to tell them to not start triggered. In fact, I don't want to use the effect on these. Or do I? Yes, I do. So turn off start trigger, turn on use effect. So they're invisible to begin with, and then when they do come into play, they use that spawning in animation, which is nice. I like it. Cool. So if I play from here, this room should now be empty. Well, I'm going to stick to just plain Dragonfly as my name, where possible, because that's what I like. So my other job is a web design role. Spicy. And I think I still two-shot the entire crowd. Fuck yeah. Nice. I was kind of trying to stop that, so maybe... What do you guys think? Should I remove a few of the barrels? And no, not at all. The BDC, not at all. If I play again... So, I think when I watched Jason play this, the first thing he did was remove the barrels. So I'm just going to blast these out now. Boom. What you kind of are screwed in is the amount more ammo you use, but there should be enough for you. Oh lordy, that's a lot of zombies. But as you can see, there's more than enough ammo that comes with the fight, at least, to plow through these dudes. Did you just see that? Come back here, I want to make you do that again. Okay, that's bad. Could someone please clip that so I can show that to Mike? He's going up the very slight slope there as if it's not really a slope. That shouldn't be so easily doable either. If anybody could please clip that, I would be very, very grateful. Thank you. Can I do that? No. No, I can't. That's not fair. I want to do that. And I can sort of jump up it and stuff, but like... that's not fair at all. Back for a bug as well. Indeed. Good timing, Morpher. Is Jason still streaming? I haven't checked since I went live. Oh no, dudes. Cool. Right, we've tested that bit. That's fine. I'm quite happy with that. I think I'm happy with that. I mean, I think most people will panic and just blow the barrels up as soon as they see these dudes. Or just go ham at them. And that's kind of the idea I'm supposed to do. Hey, thank you very much. I'm just going to quickly take a copy of that link. There you go. For now, just stick it in Notepad, and I'll send that to the other devs after the stream. We are spoiling you, yes! Okay, so this side, I wasn't happy with this guy. He felt way too stupid in here. Let's have a look at what enemies we do have available. So, I think maybe I'll put another couple of skullfish in, because they're very vicious in this room. That's like a really evil tactic to use. I think I'll couple them with a single big red as well. You know, H-Nox, that's not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout at all. Let me turn off the grid. In fact, I'll just go into game mode. I like your thinking. I like your thinking a lot. Let's do that. So these angled pillars, this is going to solve that bug, at least temporarily. I still would like them to fix it, for obvious reasons. But yeah, let's do something about that. So if I made this a bit more of a chunky bastard. I should turn the grid on for this, and that's why you use the grid. Good. So what I will do, I think, hey Jakari, thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it. Okay, so this will also cure the amount of barrels we have going on as well. So if I just cap the end of that, and I cap the end of this, so those at least have a logical end to them. Let's bring this over here, try that. And then what I'm going to do, it's quite specifically designed this bit. It's the only bit that's a problem. Okay. What we can do, if I grab this piece, I can move this out. We can slice those into triangular pieces, so it doesn't look too bad. This bit here is going to need to be sliced, and I'll move that across, and then what I do is make these triangular as well, like so. So if I look at that here, this now comes outwards a little bit, which gives the barrel enough space to be. So I could take these up into there, like that. Okay, if I grab this and just make an edge out of it. That barrel is now completely concealed. I like it. I'm going to grab the two barrels as well and just lower those down to here. Okay, yeah, that works. So before I continue, I'm going to do the same thing to this side, so we'll move this out 2 notches, I believe it was. We're going to grab these two sides, we're going to slice them. We're going to join them to make those triangular pieces rather than having the surface distort. Going to grab that edge there, bring that across. Cool. Oh god, and more for that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Hi there, Cream Puffs. I just noticed you're here. How are you doing? And how's Jake? No, I can't do that because I'd reveal the barrel from underneath. Gonna bridge these gaps here. Bridge these gaps here. Grab all the sides. And bring those down. So there's now like a... Sorry. There you go. I'm going to skip this track, I'm not in the mood for it. More like it. I'm also going to stick some lights up here, because why not? What colour lighting should we go for? Material browser, I think red to suit the rest of the room. Materials colour palette. Red, blindness of colour. Then I'm going to go get the light entity. Slap a light in there. That's a little bit intense right now. That does light up the barrels though. Oh boy. Red, and we'll do the intensity at 1.5, somewhere in the middle. And I think I'm going to make this pulse as well. So if I went 97531 13579 and then do that twice. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. Before I go ahead and actually it's a tiny object, I can just duplicate it. I'm going to see what they would look like if they were lowered. strangely I don't like the overlap between the two lights. I think what I'm going to do here instead is make use of... Actually, that's an interesting idea. Let's try turning off shadows. Yeah, it bleeds through too much. No way. Okay, the other option then is to turn it into a spotlight. Have it shine through and just about clip the edges there. That's much nicer. Cool, so what I'm going to do is delete this piece, and so that this light doesn't leak out from the sides because it's now out of the map, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this, I'm going to turn it into a shadow map, and then I assume that's got a shadow map texture on. Yes it does, there you go. So we've got this little box here to just contain the light basically. If I bring that over to this side, and also bring the light across. Bang. I like that a lot more. So if I go in-game, it should still have the pulsing effect. Nice. See the little red top trim on those. I can go model mode. Actually, I don't think the barrels succumb to that at the moment. Almost feel like the spotlights have to go higher up, but there's only so high I can go because we've got the floor above. How in depth is it to make something as simple as a moving block? Let me show you. So you can start with a basic brush, which is just a surface for you to work with, and if you wanted to move it, you grab the moving function, you parent the block to the mover, and you make the mover do whatever it is you want it to do. So in this case I'm going to make it spin, and I'm going to make it take 5 seconds to do a full spin. And in theory, it might be dependent on where the yeah, so I've done some crazy stuff here. There you go. So did it once, you can make it looping. H-Nox, you always ask these questions. Of course, you know the answer is very fast. So if I wanted the origin to be the center of the cube, I just put the mover in the center, like so. And in theory, let's make it a bit quicker. So I'll make it go every 1 second, and I will make it repeat. And I'll turn off ping pong, so it's like ping pong basically means it does the movement, then it does it backwards. So if you turn that off, it just does the same movement over and over. Which if you're doing like a door would be very weird because the door would just magically appear back in place. There you go. Very quick and easy to do moving stuff. And that thing can push you around and all sorts. I have full intention of using stuff like this later on in some more obscure stuff. If you didn't want that moving to happen till something happens, you can just hook it up to a trigger. So if I turn off start triggered on this mover, I think I'm too close to it, there you go. What I can do is make it so when you press this switch, it triggers that mover. Plain and simple, that's all it takes. This is a Zelda metal theme. Song of Storms by Mega Driver. Bang, now it's moving. To prove it wasn't moving a second ago, I'll restart the level. So it's static, hit the switch, now it's moving. So that's how I've done all the moving doors, these shelves, that sort of stuff, although those shelves were actually by Jason. So yeah, you get the point. You can do a lot of snazzy stuff in this engine. How much higher can I go? Not much. The one thing I want to do is stop it being a square. Okay, cool. That's fine. So all I need to do is just move these shadow blocks higher. 1, 2. Let's lift that up. Perfect. What I'm going to do is alternate the timing of these flickers, so it's like left, right, left, right, left, right, by just changing the order of the sequence. There you go. Yeah, I like it. I'm happy with that. Now to put those pillars back up in place. So 1, 2, 3. Up you go. So I'm actually going to be doing a moving part now for you. So if I get a mover, the best bet is to position a mover in a way that's relative to the thing you're moving, so you can see where it's moving to and get a good idea for it. So in this case I'm going to want to go down 1, 2, 3, 4 units, less like a quarter, so 3.75. Down 3.75. And I think making it take 2 seconds to lower is perfectly fine. So if I set this trigger to trigger that mover, play from here. Boop. I did something wrong, and I'll tell you exactly what that was. I didn't parent the pillars to the mover. So that mover existed, I was triggering it, but nothing was told to move with it. There you go. Oh, I didn't move the barrels up with it. Or did I? Curious, I think I lifted the barrels up with it. Interesting. Is it possible that they can fall through something? I'm also putting myself in a very buggy location. Interesting, okay. I think I found another bug, guys. Let me test something. So I'm going to place a block just outside. Decorators. No, it's not a decorator, is it? It's a entity prop. Barrel. There you go. They need some icons made for them. Boop. So we've got a barrel on a block, and I'm going to check that that's on the block in game. It is. What happens? Let me make a mover. I'm not even going to make the mover do anything. I'm just going to have a mover. I'm going to parent this to the mover. Suddenly the barrel's below it. Could someone please clip that as well? Sorry to be a pain and get you to clip everything. But that's most certainly a bug that would need fixing. Barrels can't stay on things that are parented to movers. I'm going to investigate further and see if it's only to movers, or if I was to parent it to something else, say a toggle. Let's go to a toggle. I'm going to put a toggle down. This toggle is going to do nothing, and I'm just going to parent it to it. Interesting. What if I parent the terrain to a different piece of terrain, so that literally can't do anything? Well, no, H-Knots, the problem is it's falling through the surface that I want it to move with. It's just going clean through it. Okay, so if I was to delete this, and instead I put imp on there, for some reason that wouldn't be an issue, I assume. Boop. Cooking, play from here. Look at that, he's where he should be, and he's about to fall off. Smooth moves. So that's very much an issue with just barrels. Let me write that one down. Barrels fall through. And that's a huge one, actually. That's a big issue. Now, one thing I have noticed about the barrels as well while I'm here is that barrels are one of very few entities in the editor that appear in 3D instead of as a sprite. Well, okay, it's still rendering the sprite mode, but it's not got like an editor-specific sprite for it. So the only other thing I can think of that's like that, in fact, it's just props. All these props show as models. I'm going to put all of those on top of here and check. So these guys stay here, but the barrel doesn't. He's dead. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you there, Morpher. Having it as a model makes a lot of sense because you can actually get a way to picture what it looks like. Whereas you don't really need to know how a weapon or an enemy looks like as much. Weapons you kind of do because you want to rotate them to face the right way, but... Okay, well, under the premise that this is going to be fixed... I'm going to skip that track. Fuck yeah. Okay, so, let's delete all this additional crap that I don't need. Perfect. Right, let's go back down here. Under the assumption that this will work the way it's supposed to, I will let them pass through for now. I'm going to make that go down to 3.9, so it only slightly sticks out. So just pretend the barrels come down with it, instead of phasing in through it. That's so fucking satisfying. You can barely see those things under the blood. And that stops you from being able to destroy them before you go in there. One thing I do want to try as well. We're here to break things today, let's do it. So if I go grab the minigun, can I shoot the barrel through this? Don't think it exploded? No. Perfect, okay, that's good. Smack me. Oh. Come on, get about, get about. I'm gonna get myself killed, but... yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh, yeah, there's those barrels there still. I want to see if you can still kill them all. I don't think you can with that. Without those side barrels there. Give me all the ammo. I mean, you could if you round them up, but if you're like a typical player who's going to panic in that situation, yeah, it's much less impacting. Gives the minigun more time to shine, which was the original idea of this run. Delicious. Yeah, that works. Double the pillars. I think that'll make the room feel a bit closed off and clunky. Also, the way this positions to the centre of this, with that gap being formed, is quite nice. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that for now. I want to double check though, is that light actually peering through those edges? It is. What can I do to solve that? So I think the light... oh wait, did I turn shadow off on those still? That's probably what it is. Which would also mean... oops. I bet you those are square on the floor now as well. Cooking, play from here. The barrel sticks on the first floor underneath it. That isn't parented to something, I assume. That's quite funny. Those little red lights are just tiny squares now. Okay, I'm going to adjust the lighting on that a bit more. So what I'm going to do with those lights is I'm going to turn off shadowing, but I'm also going to turn them off. And then using the switch, I'm going to turn them on. Hi there, Genos. That would be a suggestion for Jason, who you are watching, rather than myself, but that's not a bad suggestion at all. There you go. That's a bit better. Yep, not violent at all. Not in the slightest. Okay. That works. I'm fine with that. I don't think I'm going to add any more barrels to it, because the idea was to give the minigun a chance to, like, prove its strength, if you will. Okay, so this side we've got rid of the... or we want to get rid of the Void Reaver. And I think what I'm going to do instead is stick in a couple of Skullfish. One. Two. And I'm also going to do a couple of shotgun guns. I think I'll put one up here as well. And then... ooh, I like this idea. We could actually have this piece have a tiny room below it that opens up when you're going through the map. Where's my lights texture? There. Pipes. Stick them on there. Turn all these into a trim. Delete that face. Isolate this one. Extrude it upwards to make a door. We don't need the bottom face, which isn't there. We don't need the side faces either, because those won't be seen. There's an old MIDI you never finished. If you find it, you can see if Jimmy can finish it. Nice. Gotta support Jimmy. It's about time he got some pennies. Nice dingy dark room there. I like it. What I might do... what is that doing? Interesting. Who can guess the game first? What is this from? Where is it? Function, that's what I'm looking for. Hey, the BDC wins. Sorry, there's no prize. Uh, 98789. Just has a slight pulse. And I'll keep it looping. Yeah, that'll do. Play from here, I just want to see what that looks like. Any destructible environment scripts? At the moment, not really, although I've simulated it. It's down to the mapper to make that happen, basically. I like this little tiny room. I do. We'll put a couple of mean dudes in there and that should work. Yep, that works for me. So I will show you what I have done in that front, and one thing I'm asking for from the developers is a like explosion actor. Are the enemies pre-rendered? No, they're rendered on the fly, so everything in this game that looks like a sprite is actually a model, and it's being rendered into a sprite dynamically, and you can turn that feature off if it's not your kind of visual. So if you prefer the model look versus the sprite look, say you're a bit more Quake than Doom, go for it. Coke. Not the sniffing kind. Right, so what I need here is a mover. Boop. And we're going to make that go down -3 into the floor. And we're going to parent this to it. And we're going to make that trigger off of this big red. That guy triggers so much, it's not even funny. So I guess I'll just do a real quick test of this area. Yeah, breaking tactics. I'll come on to that in a minute. The whole destructible stuff. If you're wondering why they're not attacking me, I turned off the AI. Goodbye, face. Okay, that probably hurt me more than you. I really like that idea. Thank you, H-Nox. It really is a good idea. Oh, I see. I did it dumb. I forgot that I had to trigger the one that's here, because this is when you would enter the room first. And you're more than welcome, breaking tactics. Okay, I completely ran past what I'm supposed to be looking at. There it is, the room is open, it works. So I just need to stick a couple of dudes in there, and that will be nice. For BDC, that is exactly what Jason said. Let me restart the level, just so you can see it without all the blood and terrain in the way. So it was this bit here specifically that Jason went, am I on the Death Star now? Which works. That's kind of what I'm going for. It's the reflective floors, I think, as well. Those also help. The red ominous lighting, the black textures, the white lights contrasting against it. And yeah, as Breaking Tactics said, they are fully generated in real time. So if I'll go find a dude I haven't hurt. So see how this guy is a sprite? 16 rotations plus vertical rotations, but they're very much a sprite at a lower frame rate. You can turn them into models. There you go. So there's the base model. That's what the model actually looks like. And on the fly you can convert them to sprites. And the best bit about this is, when you do damage to them and there's blood on them, or they lose a limb, like their arm, because I just broke it off, you go into sprite view, that limb is very much missing. Although at that fidelity it's harder to tell, obviously. And somehow he's still holding his shotgun. You know, video game logic, don't ask me, I didn't make it. Thank you. Hope that answers your questions. Which reminds me, so this guy isn't set up properly. And then this dude needs to trigger it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to go through and make sure I turned them all off by default and that they use the effects when they spawn in. That they do. Good. Last bit to do then is stick a couple of enemies behind here, and I think I'm going to go with imps to add some variety. Oh god, Immorpha, please. Let's see, so monsters, I'll stick a couple of the little fireball dudes. There you go, so those will greet you as you come down the stairs, as well as the skullfish that gets spawned in, so plenty going on there. I love the fact that this yellow generator is reused 3 times. It cycles, although, you know, I completely forgot to sort that out. That was on my notes from a previous session. Now you can see in there. Haha, nice. Whoops. I've been meaning to lift this up as well, but... oh no, actually I'm going to keep that there, I remember now. The light bleeds through because it's actually like zero thickness between the inside and the outside. That's just the way I built it. Yeah, good clip. Thank you very much. Whee. Yeah, I'm looking at the stream. That definitely looks laggier on stream than it is in person. And yet, I seem pretty fluid. Yeah, there's definitely something up with Streamlabs OBS. That's not the game, which is frustrating because I wish you guys could see it how I see it. Right, so let's have a look at my notes. We have done randomizer spawns. We've also now added the barrel thing. We've got so that's the randomizer spawn one. That's the remove the Void Reaver because he was in a tiny room and he's massive. Right, the green key fight sucking is the last thing I'm going to do. So we've got the yellow key imp dudes to a better location. That's a 2-second fix, so I'll go do that now. Yeah, I'm going to have to rotate one by one. Like that, and like that respectively. Rotate the grid. There you go. So I'm going to have these dudes more cross over to this way. Be quite precise about their positioning so it's consistent on both sides. So they are 4 units away from each other. Then I'll do the same to these. Rotate them into position. Then move them into position. So let's just double check this one. Here's 2 of those little pieces away, so half a unit. He's in line with 2 units away from the edge, like so. Perfect. And this guy is in the same distance away from it. 1 more in. And he's 4 units away from the centre of this one, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. They now mimic each other, that's perfect. I'm going to slap the player in here and test it. Yeah, you might be right there, Immorpha. Like, it's kind of funny how lowering the visual fidelity of the game and making it more crunchy and pixely, like, doubles down when it's compressed on video. It's kind of strange. So all these dudes spawn in, and you see those ones spawn in either side there. I'm going to make sure they can throw fireballs at me. They're just going for a cuddle. Yes, they can definitely throw fireballs at me. That's not scary at all. Run away! Into the secret, let's go. Oops, I revealed one this stream. Anyway, you get the point. That works. Immorpha is fine. My stream, there's really no rules. Do say bad jokes, do make puns, do be a bit rude at times to time. Just don't do anything that would offend people. Don't do anything that's obviously not cool. Like, if you wouldn't say it in person, don't say it, basically. So no racism, no homophobia, that kind of stuff. Typical things, you know? Aside from that, I can take any joke you got. Yeah, breaking tactics, there is no full damage. At least not yet. You never know what the future holds. Right, so the yellow key dudes moved, that's that done. So that is a comment for Jason Love, so I don't need to worry about that, as is this, as is that one. So all that's really left for me to do then is finalise this green key area and make it suck a bit less. So we don't need another zombie horde. This whole thing here is garbage. So I think what I'm going to do is have an enemy right in front, just sort of there, taunting you. Yeah, Immorpha, I mean, ultimately a lot of video formats are sort of, they work similar to JPEGs in a sense, don't they? So, if you have a JPEG at 80% quality versus a JPEG at 100% quality or 90% quality, the difference there is quite wild when it comes to harsh edges. I imagine video renderers, not renderers, video encoders, the encoding formats themselves have a lot of similar things going on there. Cool. And yeah, breaking tactics, yeah. You know what, I'll make a note of that one. Option for mappers to enable full damage. Option... Oh, let me move my keyboard so I've got better ability to write. Option for mappers to enable full damage. Right. That's that. Hi there, Simpletonium. How you doing? So, I'm going to stick a monster in here. How rude would it be to... Oh, no, you know what? That solves that. So over here, I'm going to put 2 skullfish because that's definitely a long enough distance for you to recognise that they're there. But they will also apply some horrible pressure. And on here, I'm simply going to give the player some health. And then right behind the fence, there's monsters, big red, slap it. Really? Okay, I guess I just didn't select it properly. Or that was the default option when you come into it, so it wasn't actually selected. Those are my guesses. So if I play from here, you'll see him just sort of taunting you there behind it. Hi there. Do you want to eat me? Sprite mode. Yeah, you can. Oh, I was hoping I'd be able to get him to pull out the barrels, but... Yay, he hit the barrel. I must be nearly dead. Yep, 12 health. Nice. Okay, that works. What I'm thinking of doing... Ooh, that'd be interesting. I feel like what I'm about to do is totally pointless. But it could be a good ammo stash situation. So these two, I'm going to turn them off by default. I'm going to turn them on with this switch. So if you come up here from behind, yeah, that's right, from behind, they don't do anything. They aren't there. And I think I'll keep that big red there facing away, that's cool. But I think I might spawn another big red as well. And stash him just off to the side a little bit. And he'll also get turned on by the trigger over here. Cool. So you can come up here and collect some early ammo. Let's see, I think... yeah. If I go ammo, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some pistol ammo. Screw the health. I'm going to put a single rocket, and I'm going to put 2 batches of shells. If I go play from here. So if Dragonfly does monster ambushes, is it called a fly trap? That's a good question. I can't believe I haven't heard that pun before. Get out of my face. I'm going to fist it till you dead. Thank you. There you go. Nice little collection of ammo. And you see a rocket, which lets you know there is a rocket launcher somewhere in the level. I'm curious what that clip was. You should make some map on Phobos or some other moon with a space background. Well, I'm not going to spoil what we do have planned for you just yet. But I'm not going to rule that idea out. If that helps. Ammo! Love how I was just popping in and out of the range of the door then. Oh no, so many shotgun guys, I'm definitely going to die here. Yeah. That's the editor. Oh god. Hi there, want to eat me? That's what I say to all the women. It doesn't work. Don't try it. Dropping myself in some real mess here, aren't I? Is it this that triggers that guy? No, that's the green key that triggers him. You there. No, we've got this guy here. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to place just a couple of imps, just to waste a bit of your ammo, because you get a ton just before you get here, so... And I think I'm also going to put... yeah, I'm going to put just a couple of zombies, because they're harmless, essentially. And I'll have them looking out this window here. Ooh, ideas, ideas, ideas. Props. Sorry about the motorbike in the background. I live in a town popular with motorbikes and it sucks. Which one is the one that's sitting up? It's going to be the last one, isn't it? Of course it is. In fact... am I dreaming of things, or do they come in differently? So I'll spawn one of each in until we get there. Oh, it's that one. Right. From the perspective I was at earlier, it looked like he was laying down. Nice. So, this guy... I hope that actually rotates the model, because that didn't here in the editor. Play from here. Yeah, he's busted up against the window there. He's a little bit too far in the window, so I'll push him back just a smidge. Like that. And then, I love this, we have what we call one shot... oh no, it's not that, it's a function. It's a splatter function. There you go. Splat. And here, we can specify that we use splat mask 1, which is blood. And the splatter size, so we can see this red ball here. What I'm going to do is we'll set the size to 2 by 2 by 0.5, so it's not, oh sorry, 0.5 by 2. It's just not very tall, it's just a floor splat if you will. In fact, I'm going to make that 1.5, so a bit of it goes in the window here. So, what I'm going to need to do, I'm going to skip this song. Go for something a bit more upbeat. Yeah, a bit more synthwave, why not? If I lift this up, hopefully that's all I need to lift it, to be honest. We'll see. We will see. In fact, I just want to check it out. Damn it. A little bit more. And yeah, more for that. It's totally possible. I think I'll trial it out for you in a second. There you go. It barely shows 3 now, so I think 1 more nudge. Or if I just reduce the height of it, I could just put another one near the window, couldn't I? So if I made that 1 height instead of 1.5, please tell me that's all I need to do. It sounds like an advert. Simple. I like it. See this guy butted up against the window, slouching across. That's another thing for the... I wouldn't even call it a bug necessarily, but it kind of is. Props don't go to model form when you toggle model, so prop cannot go model mode. Yikes. Okay. I think that works well. I'm going to save before I do this because I don't know how badly it's going to shit itself trying to do what I'm about to do, but just to test your theory, Morpher, while the bug still exists before it gets fixed, because I'm pretty sure it's not a good idea to have this possible. So I'm going to have this trigger when the player enters it, and I'll just shove it in this doorway here, so it's easy for me to find it. We're going to put a splatter here, not start triggered, 0 height. Clicking play from here. You can breaking tactics. It's a bit fiddly at times, but yeah, you can. I didn't make it trigger. Spanner. Rushing ahead too fast. Hopefully this proves useful for Mike and Jason, so... Just an instant transformation right in front of your face. It didn't even struggle to do that, did it? That was amazing. RTX on, nice. Let's change the splat mask. Let's go to 2, which I think was the green one for like acid and stuff. No? What was the setting then? Hold on, let me go look at the one over here because I've not dabbled with this in a while. Oh, I get it. Got confused by my own map. Would you believe? So these are the different masks. I think this needs to be turned into a drop-down menu at some point. So this is either going to be blue or black. Blue. Get a load of that. Why does this suddenly feel like a 90s joke, Bob? Jesus. Let's not keep that one on screen. Curiosity killed the cat, as they say. I wouldn't be surprised if something here breaks. Yep, so there's your like smoke damage, fireball damage one. Scorch marks everywhere. I bet it looks especially okay down here. Actually takes away the reflections. That's nice. Can barely see through them. And then the last one, slime setting. Let's do it. Boop. It's like an acid trip all of a sudden. It's so weird how this also makes the fog setting go full intensity on like windows and stuff. Like the whole sky is now gone. If I restart the level and go look at the sky, you'll see that yes, it is browny orangey coloured, but it's not as intense, and the windows certainly aren't solid orange. But then if I navigate back over here, suddenly the windows are solid orange, and the sky is also thicker. Anyway, that's now on the VOD. Those guys who build this can certainly learn from what's going on and hopefully fix it. Your guess is as good as mine, Amorpha. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I'm going to make that green. Bang, it's green. Okay, so... oh, there's one thing I forgot to note down, but I've just remembered. Delete these extra weapons. In fact, I'm not going to delete them, I'm going to use them. Put them here. Lift one more point. There you go. And I'm going to play from here as well. I love that auto map so much. Okay, I'm going to turn the AI back on, and we're going to run around here. Grab the bits and pieces that are available to us. Disgusting. Nice. Gives that barrel a lot of purpose. I don't know how I missed that switch. I'm just trying to be too quick. Oh god, I fell off. You know the worst thing is there's no quick way back up there yet. And that's what I was going to be solving with that lift idea. In fact, I'm going to put that in the game now. Let's do that first. So the lift idea I had earlier that I was starting to do and got distracted with this splatter issue is here. So if I was to select this, I want to do an interesting pattern on this. So yeah. Nice. Feels a bit more platformy. Even tempted to decorate further with that. Oh, didn't press the hotkey. Didn't press it again. There you go. Gonna make these little corner pieces lights. I'm gonna make these warning stripes. If I can find the texture. There you go. Ah, they're too small for warning stripes. Let's try. There you go. How weird would the light go if I made them diamond light? Yeah, that's not a good look. Damn it. Didn't mean to grab that edge. Cool. Maybe this centerpiece shouldn't be black anymore because of the white warning stripes. Cool. It's got a little platform. And this little platform here can go all the way up there. Sweet. Grab these 3 edges. Gonna bring this all the way down to here. This piece is going to be isolated for a second because I want to put a computer screen on there. And that'll be the button. Boop. Set this to local, and then I'm going to have to reposition this to find the switch texture that we use. Getting close, I think. Oh, I've gone past it now. Would have been easier if I did it on a bigger grid, but there you go. Who needs brains when you've got unrelenting perseverance? There it is. Huzzah. And I want that to be the other way around. So we've got a little lift here. Used to have a no aim/crosshair mode. Yeah, I mean, that's totally possible. And for me, Simpletonium, not at all. And honestly, I feel like it's something you can get used to very quickly. Black and white I can't speak. Black and white monitors on walls look cool. We do have a few of those in places, although I think I'm using the monitors mostly as a colour accent. Let's have a look. I'm sure I did something here. No, these ones were green. Maybe I have coloured all of them. There's some pieces in here that are red and yellow, if I remember right. Yep. I know my other map has white computer screens. This one has all sorts of colours. There's one white one. And there's a couple of white ones there as well. You need my playlist sometime? Let me go grab you a link. Here you go, if you're interested in the streaming playlist, there it is. There is 2004 songs or 151 hours of music. About 99% of it's instrumental, but I have let a couple of songs with vocals slip through by accident. It's no big deal. But yeah, I use this every time I'm streaming. Green to mean go and red to mean no. I like that phrasing. No, it's not. Sorry, not into it. I think what I'm going to do with this is a very slight indentation. And then we'll delete those extra faces there. And then texture all this accordingly, because we don't want a computer screen on the edge there. What do I want? Oh, Polyphia. Yes, always in the mood for Polyphia. I wonder. Actually, I need to grab just this edge here. I think I've grabbed one more edge than I need to. I'll just do them by hand. Boop. This could work. This could certainly work. Gonna need to do some manual labour on it. Give you a hotspot vertical. Apply material. I need to slice this. Move those up in line with the... Move them up with a corner. And slice it again. Move it down in line with this corner. Join those. Do the same this side. Do the same this side. Do the same this side. There you go. It's just slightly indented. Looks a bit nicer. Oh, yo, General VV with a 13-man raid. How you doing, Jason? Thank you very much for tuning in. This isn't Pliny, it's Polyphia. Same sort of genre of music, though. Instrumental, like, prog rock type stuff. Good stuff, in my opinion. Raid. I'll be over here to chill. Sure thing. Thank you very much again for the raid, Jason. I want to put a light there. It'd be wonderful if I could find where the light texture was, because I keep misplacing it. So I've got a light here, which suddenly doesn't make much sense in this place because of the way I've done this. Yeah, I'll line up the top there. Very strong light. Oh, look at that little grating bits there. Love it. Love those shadows. Cool. So, I also need to add a computer screen to this side, so if you want to go down once you're up, you need to be able to do that. So... The fact that you even suggested Pliny a minute ago, actually. Who was I who said that? M2VC, yes. You and I have a lot of music we could talk about. Because that right there is like my top genre. That sort of instrumental, gent and prog rock and stuff. Hey, person with good taste in the chat. Sweet. So this is going to come up and down at the press of a button. Motorbikes today. Why are there so many out? They're so fucking loud. There's like 9:15. Hey, just Manimal, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, right. Trigger number 1. Boop. Now, if I get one trigger to be perfect, I can then clone it onto the other one. So I guess the trigger size here... I remember this corner trigger. Now, that's a feature/bug request thing. Let me make a note of that quickly, which is rotatable triggers. Because even though I've rotated this trigger, its collision box... Actually, what? No, that's not an issue then. Don't know what I'm on about. Ignore me. Ignore that comment. For some reason I felt like I had an issue I don't actually have. Why is this so big? 7x5. Oh, I remember it. When you leave this box, the door closes. Thank you very much, just Manimal. Oh, of course I've heard of those guys in M2VC. In the playlist linked above, there are both of those bands. Well, guys. I should... Yeah. Tell you what, if you've got Discord, drop into my server below. We can chat music all day. So I asked General VV last night, and we left his answer, so we were curious how mine would compare. How do I approach starting a level? I'll answer that question slightly differently to Jason, and I will answer it without even talking to you because I've typed how I approach level design. Let me get off Doomworks, go to my own website. I believe I wrote it almost like a tutorial. Yeah, this thing. Here you go, I'll drop you a link here in the chat. Feel free to read that in your own time, and any of the other crap on my website. It's mostly about Doom mapping, that's my background as a mapper, Doom modding and mapping. But yeah, that should let you know that I build maps based on the theme of the level. I tend to build them I almost do like the artwork phase up front. What's the game with the better level design, in my opinion? Ooh. Very broad and open question. So, what do you mean by that? What game has better gameplay because of its level design? What game allows the mapper to make better level design? Because obviously my bias here would be Doom, and then subsequently Prodeus, because I'm working on them. Level design that I liked, what? As in, like, so, again, to knuckle it down a bit more, as in the game as the game on its own, or the game in the sense of levels that the community have made for the game. Because if you're talking about the game itself, I wouldn't put Doom at the top. But if you're talking about the levels that the community have made for the game, Doom is higher than you can imagine. Try to think of base game though. In terms of multiplayer, I'd say Quake 3 Arena, because a lot of the maps that came with that are competitively viable out of the box, and this is way back in 1999, in the infancy of the multiplayer arena shooter and just the competitive multiplayer scene in general. As for single player, I really don't know the answer to that. There's too many possibilities. But yeah, if we're talking like community-made maps, then it could be anything. Maybe Dark Souls would be a good high one to put up there. Because that teaches you a lot of things about its location stuff without you ever having to be told about it, if that makes sense, which is very clever stuff. Let's see, -6, 7. Oh, I'm not in the box anymore. What do I do? Okay, move time, I'm going to make that 2? No, 1.5. 1 felt a bit too quick, but 2 felt a bit too slow. See, I never got on with Bioshock, but I think that's because I had it on Xbox instead of PC, and I feel like if I went back to play it, I'd love the ever-loving hell out of it. I just don't have the time to do so. Yeah, I think it was purely, it wasn't the game itself was the problem, it was the way I had to play it at the time. Yep, Simpletonium is beautiful, and you can do all sorts of things like have it rotate and whatnot as well. I don't know if you can have it rotate as well as... Oh, of course, but 3. Sorry, 360, 360, 360. -7. So you could have this do some all kinds of crazy stuff. If I slow that down so you can see it a bit better. What is this engine? It's Prodeus. It is its own unique game, and it's recently been kickstarted. It's not actually a game that's released yet. It's scheduled for early access in autumn/fall, depending on what region you're from. Basically towards the end of the year. And the full release will be sometime next year, so... Hi there, What Pro? Okay, so I'm going to parent this to that, and I'm going to have this trigger that, and this needs to be trigger on use with the message, and need you to look at the center of the switch, and I'm going to do wait for retrigger, and have the mover trigger on Pong to retrigger it. So the whole wait for retrigger thing, basically it disables the switch until something else triggers it again. Drink! Hey guys, stop hitting me. Oh, I left that on 7 seconds. This sucks. And it's not re-pinging either. Get the music back on. Might as well have a drink at the order of the stream. So, let's see. Yeah, to an extent. I think they also understood what the limitations were better and were able to make better use of the limitations in a way that impressed more. But I find the level design in Doom 2 as a whole is worse than Doom 1. Yeah, exactly, breaking tactics. So I feel like, as you say, I probably would have enjoyed Bioshock had I got it on PC instead, but back in the day when it came out, I didn't have a computer powerful enough for it. But I did have an Xbox 360, so... I feel like this song is inhibiting my ability to think. Right, move time 1.5, that's a lot quicker. We're going to do ping pong. And I need to do a relay. That's what I need to do. So I need to re-trigger it after a delay. So, function, relay there. So we're going to have a relay. A relay is basically a delay. So once it's triggered, it waits a set amount of time, then triggers something else. So this will trigger the relay on ping, which is its first movement. So it will come down, it will then trigger the relay. The relay I'm going to set to wait 1.5 seconds, and then that's going to trigger the mover again. Oops, I typed a T in here. So we're going to have that trigger the mover again, so the mover will then do its vertical thing, but it doesn't trigger on what they call pong. So ping is down, pong is up in this instance. So it won't trigger on pong, so it won't endlessly loop back and forth. It will just go down, then up, and then it'll stop, and you have to use a switch again. And this relay is also going to be what re-triggers this instead of that, because that would make sense, because that relay only fires off once, I think. Hi friend. Bye friend. Boom. So the lift comes down. The lift goes up. 1.5 was way too slow, and it shouldn't fire again until I hit the switch. If I use the switch, I can't use it again until it goes up. That triggered too soon. I need to do a second relay with a delay on it. So this takes 1.5 seconds to move. Yeah, 0.5 seconds should be the delay. So if I have another one, I didn't duplicate it. So if I have another relay here, so that one doesn't trigger this, this one does, and this one waits 1.5 seconds. So it waits until it's gone back to the top to do it. So to go through the cycle, you use the trigger does the mover. The mover, once it's moved the lift to the bottom, will trigger this relay, which will wait half a second, and it'll make the lift go back up. It'll also trigger this relay, which will wait till the lift's gone back up, and then it'll turn the switch back on. Yeah, there's lots of prefabs you can use, and you can make your own prefabs simultaneously, but in this case I've made my own bespoke geometry, and yeah. Also, doing things like this, where you build it yourself, is how you learn to do it, like, to the best of your ability, and it becomes second nature. I get on my lift, the lift goes up. At the moment you can't escape this place, but you can get some ammo, and you can look over there and see the minigun a bit better, and so on and so forth. And then this switch, when I add it, will go down. So I can't reuse the switch until it goes all the way up to the top. Perfect. And the only reason I had to put as many as I did there, Simpletonium, is because I'm being picky. I could have just let the switch be reusable from the beginning, but I'd rather go for the top quality there and, you know, keep it proper, if you will. I've put that a little bit too high, I think. There you go, so that's in the wall there. That triggers the exact same stuff. So this is going to wait till re-trigger. So does that trigger this one? No. So, you trigger the mover triggers the relay triggers the mover and the relay, the final relay triggers again to allow you to press them a second time. Perfect. Boop. Boop. Ah, I can use this one when I get down though. Not that it does much. I'll have to talk to Jason in a way to find out how to disable that. So I'm sure it's already a logical process and I'm just not thinking about it. Suicide! Only kidding. cool. Ah, prefab size limits. There is none. That's the beauty of it. Save. Right. I'm going to save as a new copy because I think I've done enough here to warrant it being a work in progress version. And that put me on version 60 of this map. There you go. But yeah, to show you that whole prefab thing, at the moment, the way the prefab system works is you can load any map as a prefab. So in many instances, you would have a map that is just a door, or just a whatever your prefab is. It could be a stack of crates, it could be a window that you particularly like, whatever. And you can merge that map, that prefab map, with this map. So in this instance I'll show you one of the prefabs, which is a door. And here you go, you've got a door, it comes with lights, it comes with all the moving parts, all the triggers that you need, pre-made. There you go. And it's got a nice blue to it, but you can recolour that yourself. But to show you the prefab lack of limits, if you will, I could go to Jason's main map, the vertical slice as we've been calling it, and I could just dump that whole entire level. Sorry for the lag, but I do have everything selected. This is a little bit extreme. So yeah, I could take the entirety of Jason's level and put it in my level. I think my map's about the same size as Jason's at this point. Bloody hell. So yeah, you see I've got all this. I'm going to move this out of the way. And then I'll just... Oh, I moved the camera too soon. So yeah, if I grab this and shift it over here. This isn't happy with this much stuff selected. And rightfully so. The amount of shaders that are running right now to render some of these effects in the editor is... I'm amazed it's even running. There you go. So there's my map, there's Jason's map. Done. something size comparing. Don't you even. So maybe my map is a little bit smaller. But mine's a lot more condensed in the sense that there's a lot of stuff above and below each other. Still, this is a great map. There's this big old drill, mechanical thingamabob here, which is so cool. So yeah, you get the point. Anyway, I'm gonna reload my map now to get rid of all that. Sweet. Right, so we've worked on the green key fight. I just need to test it. And with that, I think my map is pretty much done. I'm going to check actually, I can't remember if I have my other map on here. Version 6, that's not the most up to date. I think I sent it to myself on Discord. Yes, Immorpha. It's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. Okay, so... Anyway, it's not a competition. I ideally want to match Jason's quality. I don't want to try and exceed him. I don't want to be worse than him. I want to match. I want a consistent end product. Yeah, I mean, if let's say you liked Doom 2016's Snap Map, for example. I don't, because I like full freedom, but let's say you did. You could craft yourself a series of rooms with a predefined doorway size, and then you could use them as prefabs, load a load of those rooms in, rotate them around, stitch them together to make a whole map out of these pre-made rooms. That's, you know, that's how the prefabs work. For me, the way I'd use prefabs, so for example, this window here is a prefab. I brought it in again and then just stretched it out. And same over here, I used that window again here and modified its size. This bucket is based on a prefab from the vertical slice of Jason's map, and I modified it to have like an arm sticking upwards. and I made this hexagonal door myself here, and I gave it to Jason as a prefab, and he's then used it in his levels. So if you're collaborating with people, it's a good way to be consistent with someone as well. And yeah, exactly, Simpletonium. In fact, I'm going to write that down, because as obvious as it is, I haven't actually spoken about community prefabs before with Jason. So there's another note to talk about. But yeah, anything that's got like complex like workings, like a door which has like smoke triggers. So if I go into the game and show you, so like this door here, it has multiple moving parts. It has the smoke that appears from the sides when it opens and closes. See that? Now that I've got that in a position where I'm like, hey, that's pretty final, I'm happy with that. Set it as prefab, bang, you can use it over and over. You don't have to do all that complex stuff again. It's done once. Oh, M2BC, you've got a lot to look forward to. Who was it who was asking about destructible terrain? I've forgotten. Braking tactics, I think. So yeah, I'm waiting for explosion effects to come into the game for me to use. I'm essentially just looking for the ones from the barrel explosion, but without the barrels. But yeah, I've basically simulated this bridge breaking when you go across it. See how it just disappears and a few flares and smoke and stuff appear? Couple that with a few explosions that we don't currently have as an actor yet, and I think let's create a convincing look. What I'm also looking to do is add some geometry that spawns in once the thing disappears, and using different movers with rotation settings makes it look like debris flies off in different directions and just sinks into the acid below. That's the idea anyway. But because I'm lacking the explosion actors, I haven't gone too far with it. But all I did in this case was turn off a series of pieces of geometry. I'm going to pause the song for a sec. So yeah, some of the geometry just simply gets turned off, and some geometry gets turned on, like this broken edge piece here and here. And then I just triggered a few flaring up, you know, like the flares and stuff. So I don't know what's going to be the cause of this explosion yet. I haven't really worked that out. But yeah, I wanted to do something snazzy there, so I did. So if you wanted to have a wall that has, say, like a few barrels in front of it, and then when the barrels blow up, the wall gets blown up as well, you just have to sort of draw the two states of the wall, turn one off, turn one on, on trigger of the barrel exploding. Steam actors would be a good idea as well, Janus, yes. I may have just revealed a secret out of habit of going here. Look at the bridge! Yay! No. So at the moment it's just myself and Jason who do everything with the levels. So we do the layouts, we do the art passing, everything. And I do art as I go. So like this room, I could show you actually. Did I change anything here since I loaded? I don't think I did. So if I load one of the earlier versions of my map, once that fades out of the way, I'll load version 25. Somewhere in the middle of its development, you'll see this room hasn't changed much over time, even though this area doesn't really exist properly yet. So I did the art for this room pretty much straight away. I don't think there was ever a point I just blocked this room out even. Let's go version 11. Yep, here you go. Here's the room is still here. This whole area doesn't even exist at the moment. This area is very work in progress. See how different this is? So yeah, but I mean Jason does layouts first, then comes back and art passes his levels. I tend to art as I go because I find that the visuals of the level very, very heavily drive the layout itself and the quirks of the level. So the only issue for me working this way is that we're quite limited on textures at the moment, in the sense that we're still in development on the game. There's, you know, everything's being worked on at the same time. So yeah, like here, this place was very open. There was none of those crates. Yeah, lots of this place has changed actually. The core fundamental is still here, but like I didn't have a building here. I didn't have a window here. I like looking through the old versions of this actually. It's nice to see when I progressed. Let's go to version, what am I on? I'm on 5, so let's go 7. Oop. So the inside of here you go. See, the room wasn't even finished, but half of it's arted already. So yeah, Warp Pro. I mean, it ultimately comes down to how your mind works. So a lot of people can't art as they go. If they try to art as they go, it becomes fart as they go, if you will. Because they end up with really pretty, like, boxes or whatever, and the layout isn't very inspired at all. None of it sort of weaves in and out of itself, and there's no progression. It's a very linear level for people who work this way sometimes. So some people like to do the layout first when they're not bogged down with any, you know, like art, so to speak, and yeah, go from there. H-Nox, I'll send you a very quick, why am I doing it that way, link to the song for you. Chon are a fantastic band, by the way. I've seen them twice, and I'd suggest seeing them if you ever get the chance. They are fantastic. Yeah, I saw them once with The Fall of Troy, and then the other time I saw them with Coheed and Cambria. Both times they're brilliant. This was the first room I ever made. Quite proud of this one, actually. There should be one below the stream. I don't have the stream open right now, so I don't know. Okay, right, let's get back to the final version here. In fact, before I do, give me 1 minute. I'm just going to download my own map from myself. Show that folder. Move that to, which I think I have the folder still open. I do. Maps, DF maps, blue map, paste. That's the name of the map at the moment, blue map. Right, I'll show you the other level that I've been working on. Brace yourselves, it's another tech base. I can't help myself. All the way over here, much smaller, much less finished. Now, as I'm building this one, I very much have deathmatch in mind. And you can see, this is me really working art first. I'm letting this one just freeform around itself in layers until it's done, kind of thing. I do have some rough plans on what I want to do. This piece here I'm not happy with at all. But yeah, this is what I've been working on my lunch breaks at work. Just don't stop working, do I? So I've never actually worked on this map on this computer before. How many levels am I allowed to make? That's a strange question. It's not a question of how many am I allowed to make, it's how many can I make in the time that we have until the 2 release stages. We've estimated that I'm going to make anywhere from 10 to 20 maps, thereabouts. Obviously, the map that I'm making now is considered a sort of medium to large map. So I'm going to be endeavouring to make smaller maps. This will be one of those such examples. The smaller maps will be looking at about 10 minutes gameplay, the medium to large ones will be 20 plus. I very much am keen on making the smaller maps as well. So yeah, I've got blue sky in this one as well. It's much more summery looking. So here's me just saying I'm going to put something this direction at the moment. This map's very work in progress, nothing is final, but I really love the theme that I've got going on with this, with the sort of blue and silvers. Little window up there. Lots and lots of the breathable texture going on. Big old stairs. So here you get a big overlook of the level. That would be first playtime, breaking tactics. So like an average player just playing it for the first time from start to finish, not necessarily finding all the secrets or getting all the kills. So like my current map, I'd expect someone who's not like, call them an average gamer, not even like a good shooter player or anything like that. I expect them to take about 25 minutes on my level. Warp Pro gets it. He gets it. This is exactly what I had in mind. So I'm assuming we do make a sniper type weapon, be it a railgun or something else of that sort. I very much intend for this to be a bit of a railgunner view if this part makes it into the deathmatch map, but that's kind of what I'm making it in my mind. Just gonna pause Axis interfering with the game music. So yeah, I've got another one of these staircases here. I might change this up a bit. I'm not sure. It's all up in the air. Got this little tunnel down here. This will lead somewhere eventually. So if you look here, I've already put another bit of tunnel going around, but it doesn't lead anywhere yet. This bit up here I quite like the look of. I love the ceiling that I've done here. Quite happy with that. In fact, I'll turn off the HUD so you can see it better. Ooh. Is that fire blue? No. It's a computer texture set to pink. So I'll go show you that again. So when you get closer, you'll see there's like a sort of blue and a red distortion to it. But it makes a pink at a distance and still kind of pink up close. So yeah, this is the other map I've been working on. Let's have a think. So this is session 11 and most of my sessions are from 30 to 45 minutes. So let's assume the longest time I could have taken on this, 8.5 hours at most to make what I've made here. And it's honestly not that long. It's probably more like 7. And it's interrupted as well because I'm at work and I get phone calls and that kind of stuff. So, tell you what the equivalent of Prodeus Fireblue would be. It'd have... Do you remember when I did that splattering effect earlier by accident where the whole map got covered? Imagine if I had a blood splatter and the blue one at the same time and for some reason there's Zed fighting. That would probably be it. Yay, out of bounds. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how this place is turning out. So, currently the way I'm thinking about it is I don't know what the objectives in a map are, but I'm thinking there's going to be a series of triggers that you need to do, and there's going to be like hanging bridge pieces that come down from the ceiling here. And you have to, if I turn on no clip, you'll have to sort of jump across them. So like 2 of them or whatever to get over to this part. And then through here will be the end of the map. Whatever the end of the map may be. I've never been up here before. Oh no, I fell in. But yeah, I've made sure like these distances here are jumpable. So if it's in a deathmatch environment, you can sort of weave in and out of this place here, take a charge across, detour this way, so on and so forth. But yeah, it's going to be good, hopefully. And this is where I'm thinking the play will start, down in the bottom. So you come from the bottom, and you have to work your way up to the top. I'm not too sure. I think you're having a platform here, so you can jump up, then jump up again, and so on and so forth. But yeah. We will see what the future holds on this one, but I'm not going to be working on this map on stream. This is my lunchtime map, if you will. Right, I am going to load up the map that I've been working on today, and then I'm going to go take a quick break for about 2-3 minutes, at which point we will do, hopefully, the final test of the map, establish if there's anything else that we really need to tidy up, and go from there. So, allow me to find a decent place screenshot for you to look at. Yeah, we'll have a look at this place. There you go. I'll leave that in your view. Yeah. Back in a couple of minutes. See you soon. Alright, I am back. Let's get the show back on the road, shall we? So, I've got about 30 minutes left, give or take. So, in that time, I'm going to test the map. We're going to see where we're at, see if there's anything left to change. I'll take any notes I need to take along the way. And then we'll have 10 minutes to finish it off, and hopefully we'll be done. Hopefully we'll be done with this map, and I can start a new one on Thursday, which I'm kind of nervous about doing. So, if you've got any ideas, now bear in mind we're very limited on our texture set. So we have a lot of rock textures and a lot of tech-based textures. That's about it at the moment. Yeah, new hairdo. There you go. It's very short compared to what I'm used to. Long on top, but very short on the sides. Yeah, so let's go, let's do it. Cooking, play map, pause music. Oh, it feels rude to pause Tesseract. I love that band. Yeah, it helps if I turn the AI back on, doesn't it? And the HUD. Please. Please. What is the time? It's basically 10 PM and they're still with their mopeds outside. It's horrible. Nice. Where'd he go? I saw the M. I'm not sure where he went. It's tricking me out. Actually, I want to go get the ammo that's around here. There he is. What the hell? Sneaky bastard. Let's go. Have I played Red Faction the original? My word, have I played it? Yes. Yeah, I've probably played that. I've played through it a couple of times, 2 or 3 times, and then me and my friend Jake, who I grew up with, and Adam, who's actually one of my housemates now, so that's cool. Yeah, we used to play that loads on the PlayStation, like against each other, but we'd just basically play like rocket launchers only and dig tunnels all the time and do stupid stuff. I couldn't believe the destructible terrain in that game. Definitely ahead of its time. In fact, I don't think any game's done it quite so freely. Like, it was quite liberating to be able to destroy pretty much any surface. And that was something Red Faction 2 got wrong in my opinion. They took away how much was destroyable. Let's go get some more ammo. I forgot to get the shells down there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do I make playtesting with grey boxes? No, not anymore. That would be something I used to do in the past, and it's something that Jason does because it's the way he tends to work, the other level designer for Prodeus. But I find, as I was discussing earlier, I map so much better when I do the sort of artwork of the level as I go. So I've done the red one first, I've done the yellow one first. Let's go green first this playthrough. I think I'm going to get a few secrets this playthrough as well, because I'm going to test everything and make sure it's all good. Ow. Yeah. Die, please. Thank you. Set him on fire. That's... clip that earlier, or is that me talking just now? Alright. Note to self. Minigun at the end of this way. Earlier, okay. Sympatonium, you can, if you go the yellow route first and then the red route, it's possible for you to play over half the level without a chain gun. So I wanted one side to give it quite freely. So that the, you know, as an example, so the play experience that the player gets is different if they go different routes. It doesn't just play the same regardless of which way you go. I mean, if you go the yellow key route, it's possible to not get the minigun at all because it's in a secret area that side. Really want the ammo that's up here. Please don't kill me, guys behind. Ouch. Never mind. Didn't want to listen. That's what you get for not listening. You die. Standing position, you can't get me. I still think I want to delete those imps, you know. Nice. Well, you've definitely done more clips this stream than I get probably per like 3 or 4 streams combined, so it's pretty cool. Ah, that's one change I haven't done. I wanted to remove all Prodeus variants of Imp Dude. Because they're not supposed to be in this level. So, let me just double check my notes. Yeah, I do have that as a note. Okay. Let me circle that one so I don't miss it. Cool. Right, so I'm going to go get the blue key. And then I'm going to go get a couple of secrets. Blue key. How's that for a secret area? Hey, bloody hell, John Sweetpea. 49 viewers. Thank you for the raid. Thank you very much. So what's that put me on now? Streamlabs still says I have 20 viewers, so I'm not sure. Let's get that lift back down here shut. Oh, this lift might be broken. I'm going to make a note of that for fixing. So, big lift, secrets, switch, broken. Cool. I will look into that one after we do this playthrough. So, for the sake of pretending the lift works, I'm just going to no clip up through it. There we go. So now I've got the blue key, I can use the blue key door. Not that I really need it, I'll just take the armour. Yeah, Streamlabs OBS is pretty bad at showing it as well, so I think I should port over to the main branch of OBS as everyone keeps suggesting, just to see if it's I don't know, less CPU intensive. Because when I stream Prodeus, you guys seem to get a lower frame rate than what I'm seeing here. Which doesn't make sense. You'd have thought it'd make this lag. Automap. Dead end. I need to delete those weapons, so I'm going to make a note of that one as well. Don't want to forget these things after all. Remove weapons on upper platform. Cool. I won't pick the rest of that up because that's ammo I shouldn't have. I don't need any of that. I'm so healthy. Oof. Ooh. Nasty. Gonna reload before this fight. So you hit the switch, you can see the green key's now available. Some dudes spawn in. That's now open. Oh lord. Let's get out of here. Yep. Bear with me 1 second, guys. Just gonna switch to the. If you pause while shooting, the shooting effect still happens. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to back away for a sec. I will be back in probably 30 seconds. 1 second. And I'm back. Sorry about that. My housemate needed to talk to me quickly. Right. And yeah, John, it's awesome. It is awesome. Let's have a look at what you said. Breaking tactics. So, as for your red faction question, it related to your asking for ideas. Mines could be a good addition. Don't need any new textures, but could have a very different fit. Yeah, that's a great shout. Okay, yeah, maybe we could do like a sort of mines section with like some slight tech inclusion, much like Red Faction had, where they had like the light strips like going around the mines at times. That'd be nice. So I could go down using my new lift, and if I fell off I could have come back up. Simple lift. I've angered all the guys in there. Let's run away. Green key. I think I need to rotate that guy, so I'm going to make a note of that. Oh, there's still enemies here. Rotate big red on top platform. Cool. Not going to miss anything if I can help it. I'm actually going to go down this way and see how horrible the combat is. They've run towards the doors to try and come to me. They were ready. Wait, has someone gone this way? No. Oh no, I killed the imp. I was like, there's definitely an imp that's supposed to be here. Wait, what's that last imp? I thought you resubbed like yesterday, didn't you? Oh, not yesterday. Last Thursday. Either way, thank you very much. Get dead. You. I might have to relocate that dude. I'll think on that one for a while. Because the flying enemies don't have a nav mesh like the land enemies do. So, yeah, basically, they just fly in your direction. If there's terrain in the way, they don't really try and go around it yet. Oh god, those new impositions actually work really well. Let's just set them all on fire. Get out of my house. It's my house. I've built this with my bare hands. Literally. World's largest lift. I'm not letting you even have a chance. Or you guys. Yeah, I think this minigun really does need to be nerfed. It's so OP. Oh, I failed the little aerial shot then. Now I'm gonna punch off his arm. Oh, he just died. Never mind. So many jibs, yes. Oh, I missed. fact, there's enough enemies here because I've done 2 areas without coming back into this room, so this minigun. Even though I'm very low on minigun ammo and very high on shotgun. Chance to reload. Got someone's help. You, stop harassing me. It's rude. And you. Good. Right, let's go to this secret area over here. Make sure everything's in order on this part of the map. Ooh, you're dead. I love how, like, don't know, I just enjoy it when a secret area has monsters in it. Like, you get more gameplay for finding it, more so than just like a reward. Just no how you meticulously named each clip. That was good. Love the enthusiasm, that's for sure. Let me go back up the top. This lift is actually so useful. I neglected to realise how useful this would be. Because now I can like jump across for the secret area over here. Without having to go the whole way around the green key area. Like, up the buckets again. That way. Oh, speaking of which... yeah, this would be the quicker way now. Nice. Would help if I pressed use when I was actually in the switch's vicinity. Boop. 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 Secret. Thanks for the rocket launcher. We're gonna go have some fun with this rocket launcher down in the basement. I'll save it for a certain room. I think you already know what room we're going to go in. Are you on about the delay being voluntary, or are you on about the effect as a whole being voluntary? Because the effect as a whole can be toggled, I believe, or will be toggleable. But the delay offset, I don't think so. The effect you might be seeing is the incendiary, so if you watch, I'll shoot this guy with fire, this one here, and he'll tick with damage every few milliseconds, you know, like 3 times a second or so. Ooh. Sucks to be you. Go ham with it. Have some fun. This should be nice. It's funny how I managed to one-shot these guys before by getting them all around a barrel. I couldn't see who your name is. Lisa for Sam, thank you very much. Thank you. It's definitely exciting times for me, that's for sure. Oh, there's a guy behind me. Oh, he's dead. Save some of this for a sec. So this is the first time I'm actually testing this room after I tweaked its gameplay, so this should be interesting. Injured. There should be dudes in there. Okay, so red key, new closet, add enemies. I'm pretty sure I put 2 imps in there though. Unless I probably told them to be spawned in, and they weren't triggered. That's the only thing I can think of. Oh, hell no. Oh, yeah, I've got that thing where I can click off the window now because I tabbed out. Stupid me. Oh, so juicy. So dead. Wow, he survived. I was trying to read the chat at the same time. And yeah, you're not wrong there, Morpher. I mean, I could disable the game sounds altogether and just like play my own music over the top instead, but I don't know. It's nice to let people see and hear what we're doing at the moment. Mosh pit! Oh, I keep clicking off. Okay. If I just keep turning my camera right instead of left, I can't click off of it because my spare monitors are to the left. Oh, I keep clicking off. Why does this thing do what it does? Silly Unity games. I know it's fixable though. So hopefully Mike will be able to handle that. I mean, he's done some real magic, so I'm sure this wouldn't be a big issue to him. What? How did I move my camera? Enough being a twat. Come on, let's just finish this stream, Josh. You can do it. Nice one. Thank you for pointing that out, because I would have missed that. Okay, let's have a look at the auto map. Have a think about what I have and haven't done. Secret 1, Secret 2, Secret 3, yep, Secret 4, Secret 5, Secret 6, Secret 7, I've done that. There's 2 more secrets, why can't I think of where they are? Secret 8. How have I forgotten where one of my secrets are? I feel like I would have instinctively got it while trying to get all the secrets. But seriously, how have I Oh, I have forgotten one. Look at me. I've put 9 secrets in this level, so trying to keep track of them all is a bit much. Yeah, extra rockets. And there's no enemies left to kill. I believe there's a bug in this map, so I've set some enemies to be triggered, but they don't actually get triggered, so you can't get 100% at the moment. So I've asked for a tool to help detect when that happens. And don't worry about people seeing the secrets. It's not a big deal. When you look at the amount of people watching the stream versus the amount of people who've backed the game, so few people are actually going to be in the know. So yeah, 4% of the monsters aren't being spawned in, which is dumb. I need to work that out. But it's not a big concern for me right now. HLC, yeah, we're in discussion with things like that at some point. We're not too sure at the moment exactly how things are going to be done, but we've got a few ideas. Okay, so let's go through my notes. What is left? Right, we need to remove all Prodeus versions of enemies. The big left secret switch doesn't seem to work. That is probably top priority in my head. Remove weapons on the upper platform. That is so quick, I'll just do that now. Rotate Big Red on the upper platform, the one that gets spawned in by the green key. Let's get some music going. Yes, I forgot to listen to test rounds. Nice. So you grab the green key and he faces that way, which is dumb. If anything, I should also move him to being centered with the bridge so that he's more of a threat. Okay, so Prodeus is a race in this game. So you've got, like, these dudes, the sort of more demonic ones are, internally we call them chaos enemies. Whatever we call them in the end is totally up in the air, so don't take any of this to heart. And everything is subject to change, so none of this is final. But yeah, there's another race, which is the Prodeus race. And they're the blue dudes, basically. So you've seen... there was one who spawns in here. So when you grab the red key, this guy here spawns, and he's actually a blue version of the imp. I'll put one in the game for you to see really quickly. So I'll just I'll slap one up on this bridge. Let's have a look. Entities, monsters. Away from here. This dude, who's trying to kill the other enemies, but there's a force field in the way, so he's never going to actually succeed. But yeah, he'll get in fights with other enemies at times, although I think he's got his heart set on the one over there. Oh no, there you go. He's having a go at these ones now. So yeah, there's going to be races in the game, and they're going to dislike each other, basically. Yeah, Vivi, I'm going to finish in about the next 5-10 minutes. Do you want me to raid you at the end? Because if you had to boot your stream up now, I could close up shop pretty quick and pass everyone on your way. Keep the Prodeus hype train going. Okay, so we've removed the upper weapons. We've rotated Big Red on the upper platform, so those are the quick ones. Red key, new closet. Did I put enemies in? I did. Are they set to be spawned? No, they're actually set to be triggered. Why weren't they there? Play from here, no clip. Okay, they're there. So if I leave them be, I'm going to turn off the AI for now. Turn off no clip. There you go. Now can you switch? Give me one of your shotguns, please. Thank you. Give me your shotgun. Thank you. Now I can get out of here. Cool. So they aren't there anymore. I wonder, is he triggering them? No. Are they parented to anything? No. Immorpha, you're dead right. The barrels killed them. Tell you what, getting rid of the barrels will probably enhance this area anyway. Yeah, if I put 2 barrels here like this instead, you still got ones to kill the big red with, and that should work better. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I'm going to start in this room just so I have a minigun from the beginning of the test. We change this room up a little bit, Jason. So it'll spawn in like this, and if you're a good manoeuvrer, for want of a better word, you can still get the one bang. Gross. I'm going to turn these guys back up again. So if I was to turn the enemies back on, sweet. Pause my music. Yeah, cool. So hopefully the dudes behind here are still there. And they are. Cool. That makes a lot of sense. Right, that solves that problem. So I've got just the big lift secrets and replacing the Prodeus dudes. I think I could finish that this stream. Let's do it. I wanted to be in bed by 11 PM because I've been struggling to sleep recently, so... Right, the big lift. I'm going the complete wrong way for the big lift. Use your noggin, Josh. So this trigger here seemed to do nothing. I can't process why. Hi there, Hunter, how you doing? Check the toggle at the start of the map over the play. Good shout, Jason. Boop. Okay, yep. So that is set to toggled. Was it this toggle that turns... Thank you very much for the follow to Inspector. So hold on a minute, we've got that turned off. And thank you very much for the follow, Hunter. There isn't any need for that to turn this one off because there's no way to get there before you get... Yeah. There's no need for that one to be toggled off, is there? So we only need this one off by default because after first use it turns on and turns the other one off. And we need this off so that it can be enabled later. Perfect. Oh, nice. Good to see you're picking the superior format. I'm going to go full pacifist on this, much to my own detriment, because I don't have weapons. Oh my god, I've got away without taking damage. Rip me. So if I go back in now, this should work. And the lift comes back down. Perfect. Fuck. Anyway, the point is that works. If I just get on here, lift goes up. Yep, it works. Sweet. Yep, as John said, don't let the feature creep be reason alone to use it. Make sure you've... What arsehole does that in the middle of a town high street at 10:30? Kids and the elderly will be asleep. Let the poor bastards sleep. Yeah, Hunter, normally you'd kill them as you're going up, so it wouldn't be that many enemies at all. Like, this lift takes 30 seconds. So you've got 10 seconds between each wave of monsters to kill them. You normally have weapons. It's just I've spawned myself here without any, so... Yeah. Right, so that's the lift fixed. So the last bit to do is remove any and all Prodeus dudes from the map. and replace them with the Chaos variants. Where are they? I know one is in here, and the other ones are over here. Right, I'm going to sort these ones out first. So I think these are 4 of them. Yes, yes, no, no. Okay. So do these get triggered on? The answer is yes, they do. Those ones don't, they're there by default. Don't know why I did these ones as triggers actually, but who cares? Rotate these guys to face where they should be. And then just make sure this is triggering. So that's the 2 Prodeus dudes who are here, and then there's only the one left over this way. Which is under the map down here. This guy. To us, we just don't. He's not needed. End of. Just flat out not needed. Wonder if the shotgun all fire is still only 1 ammo cost. It is, at the moment at least. There's. We're discussing refactoring a few of the values in the game, so you might see that maybe the incendiary shot is more powerful, but it takes 2 shots, or I don't know. There's lots of different things we could think about in ways to tweak this game and improve it and make it more sort of dynamic and risk-reward type stuff. It's actually a little bit weaker than a normal shot, I think. But it does do damage over time. Right, I'm just trying to think. I think I'm done, you know. I think I'm finished. Okay, so. I don't know why I did play from here. I should have done play from start. I'm going to speed run the map. Not killing everything. And we're going to aim to see if there's any of the Prodeus imps in areas. I know there's none in the starting region of the map, so there's nothing to worry about here. Get stuck on the window. I'm trying to go too quick. You just saw one? Where? I didn't see any blue enemies. Oh, on the bridge? No, that's a bottle. As is that. Let's go back to my lift because there's going to be a ton of enemies on here. Well. Get out of my face. Which bridge are you on about? Off goes your face. There you go. There's one near the start. It's the one I put there to show you guys that we have the Prodeus dude. I never got rid of him. Oh, I'm a melon. And thanks, John. Yeah, that was specifically timed to do that. They spawn in 5 seconds before it gets to the very top, so once you factor in the spawning animation, it's probably 3.5 seconds or so. Whee! Let's get speed on this. Ow. Rude. I failed the jump. probably not even going to survive this now. That shouldn't be there either. Sorry for the splash thing. Move shells and don't want to remove it mid gameplay because I'm already, you know, a part way through this damn thing. Just want to check if there's any other blue imp guys. Wow, he actually got a slap off. Rude. What are the blue imps for? They're a different race. They're more powerful. Oh god. Oh no you don't. Let me out of here. Give me that minigun. Not supposed to be speed running, but so there should be no Prodeus guys in this area now. Sweet. Let's get out of here. Oh god, he wants me. Okay, I failed it. Coming this way. That's it. Had no arms left by the end of that. Oh, jeez. Don't try to speedrun this area. Definitely makes it a lot harder for yourself. It's like you just forgot how to exist. Off with his face. Jesus. So am I one of those blue power guys? Question. I'll let you interpret it how you want. Okay, it's the Prodeus imp that was down here. I'm not sure what went on with him. Oh well. Ouch. Yay, they're alive. Oh, Jesus. Loping out of there. Ow. I tried. I don't know, I feel like the ammo consumption on chain gun feels of the correct speed. I mean, it is taking one away per bullet. It's just the damage on chain gun is very high. Wow, the face shot, failed it. shotgun guys really want me dead. Hey, someone else likes the strobing light. I'm gonna take my entry into the yellow key area via the secret path just to get some extra health. And that skullfish can take it away from me. Bastard. Whatever. Don't need it anyway. Oh, I missed the trigger. Nice one. I have to go the long secret way. It's quite warm here. Still got my window open. I don't know why I noped out of there. I suppose it'll be interesting to see how this plays if you do that. So I haven't done that yet. So yeah, it has, John. Although it's supposed to get cold, I think on it's supposed to get wet on Thursday onwards. Although obviously it depends where you are in the country. You and I are on quite different parts of this island. Melt all the things. Okay, so if you don't have a minigun when you go that way, you're pretty screwed. Well, I feel quite safe in saying that there doesn't seem to be any Prodeus varieties of enemies. I shouldn't have left all these things alive. Well, for those of you who wanted to stress test, I have a lot of enemies on screen. I know this is small numbers compared to what I think some people will mean, but get fisted. No, give me 30 degrees sunshine. All day, every day. 30 degrees centigrade, obviously. Yeah, I'll not stick around anymore. No! That wasn't much of a speed run. I mean, I did it in 4.5 minutes the other day, so. Can you use enemies as platforms and jump off them? Not really. You can't get a second jump off the top of them, and you sort of slip and slide a little bit. It's almost like they're like a round surface when you stand on them, so you sort of slide off. GG. Right, well, I have to remove the shells at the big lift, and that would look like this map is done until Jason and Mike do their thing and tell me, hey, you could do this, 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 and this better. Yeah, exactly, breaking tactics. The snap map with the 12 enemies thing was... It's horse shit, isn't it? Vent can be re-triggered? How did you catch that and I can't? It probably can, you're right. That was one of the earliest triggers I set up, so I didn't think about limiting their numbers. Boop. Well, look at that, you were right. Solved. And with that, version 60 is the... We're going to call it the pre-review final version. Sweet. So, Thursday, I will be back, same time as today. Probably for a little bit less time than today in length, so we're looking at about 2.5 hours instead of 3.5. But yeah, I'll be streaming on Thursday, and I think we're going to look to do a like mines map, something underground. Just trying to think. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add to that, so yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. And Hunter, yes, I did kill the shells. They are dead. Very dead. Thanks for the stream, Prodeus guy. Thanks for the stream, D-Fly. This is nice. It sounds like it could be wrapped almost. Cheers, Sino. Take care, man. Anyway, thank you very much everyone. I wish you the best of evenings, days, or whatever time zone it is you're in, and I will hopefully see you next stream. Take care.
Par la 23 surtout.